Passwords for Colorado's voting computers were visible online for months, put there by Democratic Secretary of State Jena Griswold's office. They found out about the breach 5 days ago, but only started changing the leaked passwords after that security issue was made public. Tonight, 9 News investigates why Griswold dragged her feet on securing the voting machines and telling county clerks about the breach. Here's Marshall Zellinger.
Voting machines used by county clerks are listed on the Colorado Secretary of State's website by serial number, by county, by model, and vendor. And apparently, up until last week, there was a hidden tab next to inventory that, when unhidden, showed one of 2 passwords needed to make changes to each computer. And Democratic Secretary of State Jena Griswold knew about this on Thursday and did not start having any of the passwords changed until it became public on Tuesday. She also did not notify county clerks until it became public.
Let me emphasize, we have other precautions in place, but the fact that a serious breach occurred is troubling.
Republican Wayne Williams was Secretary of State prior to Griswold. They even teamed up for a public service announcement about trusted sources in elections.
Your county clerks are one of those sources, and the fact they weren't involved, were not told, is troubling.
In a statement, the Secretary of State's office said today that it took immediate action to inform a federal agency that monitors security infrastructure, but did not explain why county clerks were not notified. We asked Democratic Attorney General Phil Weiser if his office can or should oversee any investigation. In a statement, a spokesperson said it is critical that this matter be reviewed thoroughly, but did not say if Weiser is calling for his office or some other entity to do that. A statement from Democratic Governor Jared Polis said he had been briefed on election security by several state agencies and that, quote, he has been assured that the passwords have all been changed. The Secretary of State's office told us no, not all passwords have been changed. But even when they are, Williams believes there should be an extra step.
We need to have an inspection occur of each of the machines that the passwords were potentially disclosed.
What we have heard universally so far is that the threat is to voter confidence, not the election security itself. That if someone had access to these leaked passwords, they'd also need physical access to the secured machines to get inside. But the leak and the answers and the non-answers, Kyle, from Griswold's office has the potential to increase concerns about how the elections are run.
Yeah, and none of this happens in a vacuum, right? Griswold's office has a history of errors that undermine voter confidence. She sent tens of thousands of non-citizens voter registration mailers, sent a ton of voters messages that they had not voted when in fact they had. That caused confusion. Now this leak, and the fact that her office is essentially investigating itself. Let's listen to what they said on that yesterday. Who will investigate the password leak from your office?
Well, we're disclosing what happened. If we are in a situation where we have good information to know that there is a security threat, we will notify and I will take action. But that's just not where we're at.
So just want to make sure I've got a clear answer to that question. It sounds like what you're saying is the only people investigating the actions of your office are your office, unless I'm mistaken. Is there an outside agency that's investigating what happened in your office?
Well, what happened in my office is very straightforward.
Griswold says there's been no breach of voting systems, no security threat. But we also know her team hasn't finished its investigation of what caused all this.
Right? I mean, yeah, they say that there's no issue, but we know that they're still investigating to confirm that there's no issue. We of course asked Griswold if she's going to resign over this yesterday. She said nope, and we'll stay on it. Continue to have a lot of questions. Marshall Zellinger, thank you.